All right, this is going to be a Thor News video where I'm very less optimistic and I shoot from the heart and the gloves are off. I hope you can handle it. But the basis of this video is, all right, dude, if the main plan or non-plan is to kill 6 billion or more people over the next 3 to 5 years, hell, even 10 years. If that is the actual plan or no plan, how many of your passion issues really matter? And I don't mean matter to you on an emotional level. I mean matter overall on the large scale of things. That the future is undecided. Whether or not you agree with that, it is. And that as a Norse Jedi Christian, I have been very, 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 very disappointed in my fellow Christians because it appears since the 80s, a lot of them have just been sitting on their hands, and half the time they're just like, it's okay, the Bible says we're going to heaven and everybody else is going to hell, so we're not going to do a damn thing. We're just going to tune into the capitalist system. We're going to be okay with it, and then just like, hey, Jesus told us not to do anything. You know, God said just wait, watch, and let evil take over and totally torture mankind mentally all day and night, especially since 9/11, where it's like ramping up the divide and conquer mental fuckery all day, every day, more and more every single day. And I guess I'm feeling like this because I'm in Houston and I'm feeling all of this energy, and it's been a lot. And it's just the fact that it's like you got half of the earth wants the other half to die, and then the other half of earth wants the other half to die. Like, what the hell happened to all you people, man? Like, a lot of people have just become absolute negative Nancy quitters, and they're mad. They're like, I don't like this, and I want it to end, but I'm not going to end it myself. And, you know, like, it's just freaking insane. Like, at no point were we ever told by Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, or God to just kind of give up. You know, and one of the tenets at Thor News has been like, man, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to give you the information I've been given, and you can draw your own conclusions. That you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. I'm not going to be thought police, and anytime we get into a thought police area is dangerous ground. But more and more people are getting angry, like screaming or, you know, just flipping out or death threats. If they don't 100% agree with what I agree with or what I believe in or what anybody else believes in. So we are now like angling towards some weird clusterfuckian society where everybody has to believe the same thing at all times or we are technically all going to war with each other. Like, for example, I haven't talked about Trump since I said, hey, everybody, give him a chance. Well, guess what? I gave him a chance, and I am not a fan. Now, I'm going to tell you that most people don't realize they have some type of mental disease. It's like teamism. It's like if you're a fan of the Atlanta Falcons, you love the Atlanta Falcons, whatever they do. If you're a fan of the Patriots, you love the Patriots, whatever they do. It's kind of like hardcore Democrats just love the Democrats. No matter how fucking crappy, corrupt they are, they're like, yay, Democrats, Democrats, Democrats. We hate Republicans. And the Republicans are the same way. Like, Republicans, we hate Democrats. No matter how shitty or horrible the Democrats are. Like, I'll always remember when the Supreme Court said, hey, guess what? Corporations are people. You remember that? That was real. And nobody shit their pants. It was like, there goes our country right there. And nobody cared. I mean, I knew people cared, but it's like, oh, hey, if my team's doing it, it's got to be freaking awesome. And I hate to remind you, but I don't believe in politics or politicians at all. I believe JFK was the last president we had. And though I don't hate any president, I recognize that, dude, they ain't got much power. I mean, they have some, but they are being directed from above. And if you do not follow their orders, they're going to kill you or beat you up or throw you down a flight of stairs. So it's like, it just feels weird for me to be this smart, knowledgeable, and to have so many people so far behind. And at this point, it's like, oh shit, man, who knows? Maybe we are getting farmed by Martians. And that, yeah, they're just going to take us out. Like, not even having no plan. And I'm sorry, like, I have a real problem with the quote unquote Muslim ban. Like, anytime government is deciding on its own what you should or shouldn't believe in God, that is a huge problem, man. Government should not be telling people what to believe as far as God goes. And I know a lot of people are going to flip out, and that we can get into the nuances of the terror war or the endless theater of war, or over the next months or so. I'm just saying that overall, that's where, all right, I'm done. Where the Muslim ban was freaking ridiculous, and the way it was handled was piss poor, juvenile league. So like the idea of like, okay, yeah, keep Muslims out, keep Mexicans out, and you can get into the whole law of thing. But then if we're gonna go to the whole law of things, then it says that Congress is supposed to coin its own money. Like, the same law system you're trying to defend, the same law system said corporations are people. So I just, like the directions we should be going as a people, he literally kicked two giant beehives, and a Muslim ban is one of the most unconstitutional things I've ever heard. Now, it is constitutional in, like, let's say, war, like World War II. Like, yes, even though it was horrible after the Japanese internment, that we got attacked. A nation attacked us. Freaking ISIS, ISIL, Taliban, whatever the hell code word for the day, is not a nation. They are a band of murderers and thugs and nothing more. They're not a freaking nation, man. They don't have a state capital. They don't have a state bird. There's no ISIS. Like, it's ridiculous. We were sending $100,000 rockets after $10 tents, and we are mired in this freaking war quagmire forever and ever and ever. And that's just how it's going to go, man. We're going to fight, it seems to me, I've lost my optimism, like, feels like we're just going to fight this endless theater of war, and they're going to jam, divide, and conquer down your brain day and night until a currency collapses. And so it's like whether or not the super trillionaire club has a plan for themselves, they only have a plan for themselves, or there's no plan whatsoever. There's no plan whatsoever. So if the dollar collapses and all the currencies collapse, that means I would guess within 3 months you have 6 billion people dead. From murder, suicide, rape, torture. Like, it's the one thing I've talked about forever. Like, we have to avoid hyperinflation. At some point, all the currencies are going to break in half. It's a mathematical certainty. It's happened 33 times before in the history of mankind. You have a money back by nothing. And so it's never happened on a global scale before. So that's what we're dealing with. And that's what I've been like, dudes, we have to avoid this. Like, we have to avoid that or all the worst case scenarios, man. Like, we have to keep civilization from collapsing or turning into some weird technology Spanish Inquisition. You feel me? I don't like a cigarette. And so, where it's like, forget nations, man. The tech companies with the best finger drones are going to be the ones that can call power shots because they'll be more powerful than standing armies. If you'll notice, they've been taking the human out of the war equation. And the moment we're pretty much almost all out, except for like 30 people, we're fucked. We're totally fucked. And so, yeah, Door News' main thing has been like, we need to avoid hyperinflation, dipshits. We need to avoid the technological World War III Spanish Inquisition. We need to avoid some type of weird-ass pharaoh state that will never happen, by the way. Like, you can't knowingly allow mass depopulation to have the laws of the universe work with you. It's just not going to happen. I need to talk about this more in length, I guess, this year. But like the whole bunker idea that you just go underground, have a party, and like live there until you come back, like, it's all ridiculous. So it's just like, we are now in a full-fledged Cthulhu state of mind, and that everybody's gone insane. And it's like everybody needs to chill the fuck out and realize that we are nearing event horizon, and we have a choice to make. And I say this to the highest people in power. I say this to people who feel like they have no power. Like, we create our future, and you can't use any excuses. We are here, and we can solve any single problem we have if we work together. And it seems like the whole 100-year Earth truce, 1,000-year point of peace is becoming unraveled because so many power positions want, like, I won't do it without this. Like, apparently super hot lady slavery is a big sticking issue. That it's just, like, so it's like we have the worst of the worst now. They're seemingly okay with letting the entire world just fucking go to shit. And that's what I've just been like, Okay, so we're just going to kind of status quo doggy paddle until some horrible event happens. Or the horrible event will be, I don't know, man. It's just nobody's got a good plan. And the only plans I see happening don't seem to be bending anybody except for the planners at the top so far. So yeah, it's like I feel like Rogue Thor News, man. Like what the hell? Like, now, don't get me wrong. I have not lost faith in God or God's ability to create or understand things. We got to get through this point to get to the good point, And that, I don't know. I'm also, like I've said before, I'm going to do a thing on Revelation because it's like everybody gets Revelation wrong. I'm not saying I'm getting it right, but I'm not getting it wrong so far. You know what I'm saying? All these people who act like they're a revelation or like biblical prophecy decoding experts, literally, like, show me all the ones you've decoded properly that, other than saying, I believe this is this. Because, like, the book of Revelation has kind of led everybody into this nihilistic, like, oh my God, it's all over. God wants doom and torch on the planet now. It says so in Revelation. Yeah, I've read it 100 times, dude. I mean, I've written entire movies about it. So, I get it. But it's also a metaphor state. And if you go on a whole, like, sci-fi thing, if somebody put it in there just to back up all the horrible shit they would do over the next 2,000 years, it makes a lot of sense. Like, oh yeah, we can't have peace on earth. Revelation says it. Or, oh my God, we can't have Jesus Christ come back yet because this hasn't happened. So, it's like, our imaginations are technically controlling things. And the thing is, we are the 7 billion people. If we are being totally mentally butt-fucked, murdered, slaughtered, and slaver resource picked by like a group of 30, man, that means we were just dumb. And we were so, I don't know, I guess I'll go back to I failed. At some point, somebody's supposed to lead us. It's not even like a leader. It's a plan. The plan is supposed to be the leader. A plan for all people. A plan that benefits the planet, the people, the animals, that works, that should work for 1,000 years. That strips away all the bullshit and fake false fighting shit that we go through every single fucking day. And the fact that we all pay 30% of our entire income just for electricity and gas. Like, I don't know, man. It seems like at some point, improvement of anything has just vanished. Rock and roll's dead. Great movies are dead. Like, your radio's stuck in the 90s. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always snap back, but, oh, man, February, it's like, I'm just going through a wormhole of hostile territories. And I'm just trying to improve everything for everybody. People may not buy that. People may not like me. But at this point, it's like, what? Like, that's just the state of the world. More people are more keyed in to not like people or not like things than like things. So it's almost now the aberration if somebody likes me. It's like, yeah, dude, I appreciate what you do. That is so weird right now. Because everyone's like, I hate this, I hate that. And everybody's unified in their dislike and their hate and their discord. It's like planet Eris has become planet Earth and we're all crazy and angry and confused. And I gotta say, I'm tired of it. So, basic core of the whole video, man. Like, if you're one of those people who always like to leave freaking negative comments all the time, I'm probably going to delete you and I'm just going to ban you. Because if we are going to die anytime soon, or me, then I just don't need that negativity around me. I see it, man. And the whole time I've been trying to avoid the death of billions of fucking people. Okay? That's been the whole mission here the whole time. To get Earth to balance out. In harmony, everybody wins. If you can't respect that, I don't want you around. I don't want you dead or nothing. I just stay the fuck away from me, Because that just means you're a nihilist quitter who wants it all to end. And people like that are dangerous. Because I ain't threatening nobody. I ain't harming nobody. I'm just trying to get things to work out. But people don't see, like, crazy fucking people, man. I don't know. It's the creatures that get joy from other people's pain. They can't handle pain, though. That's the irony. But so, yeah, That's the new score. All the fun death threats and getting broke and losing everything. Like, yeah, I gave it all. And now I'm here like, holy shit, what a dumbass I was. I don't know. Still gonna guess keep trying. It's the only thing I know how to do. Anyway, so yeah, it's my Super Bowl talk. You know, it's funny because like everybody in the whole truth community asterisk like is gonna be like, oh my god, Lady Gaga, Illuminati signs. Oh my god, this Illuminati. Oh look, Illuminati. And hey, guess what? Okay, sure, yeah, the Illuminati's there. Oh my god, there's a pyramid on the back of my dollar bill. That's totally okay, yeah. Illuminati here, the barbarian thing in like 1845 or whatever, Adam White's point. Okay, yeah, sure. They're here. Now what? Okay? We've definitely proven that they are here in society, throwing out their themes and their storyboards and trying to control your mind. Now what? Okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, solutions, not just kind of fucking treading water so you can get fucking millions of views talking about Lady Gaga's hand signs. You know? What now? Anyway, God bless everybody. And, you know, like I said, it's the fact that I don't think Trump's perfect, and I am totally freaked out by the Muslim ban and the appointing Rex Tillerson, a guy who's worked for his whole life. He went to the University of Texas, and then at 23, he got a job at Exxon. And then he worked there up until a month ago when he became Secretary of State. Now, if those two things don't make you be like, hey, wait a minute, this could turn out bad. You know, like Tillerson is almost the quote-unquote new and improved version of Rumsfeld/Cheney. You know, so if you're like, oh, hey, no, don't worry. The guy's worked for Exxon for 35 years. He's got all our interests at heart. If that's what's coming out of your brain right now, then yeah, you're not going to like it here at Thorn News, I guess. And they may not like it either. So, you know, if any of this really, really bothers you, then, man, I don't want you mad at me. I don't want you being upset. I want you to be like, oh, my God. You know, so you should probably just walk away now. It's never been about subscribers. It's never been about freaking views. It's been about trying to avoid the worst situation ever in the history of mankind. Which nobody seems to even worry about or care about. It's like the whole world's like, yeah, fine. Let them do whatever the hell they want to do. I'm like, no. I'm going to save this place whether you guys like it or not. All right. Either that or we're just going to go back to zero and restart from scratch and the whole fucking whatever. Anyway, so, yeah, God bless everyone. I do love you, and hopefully we can all learn to live together and make the world a better place. But it's like the more time we take figuring out how to work together, the worse the event would be that is going to bring us together. So, man, stop blaming other people and look to yourself for improvement. And we got to rebuild our communities. We got to re-strengthen our families. We got to, stop allowing just gross overcharging of all things when, something's a dime and charging $10 for, there's so many things, but it's like nobody's interested in finding solutions to actual problems. And it's like everybody just wants to be mad and complain and then displace their aggression in people. So, okay, fine. It's like I've said, I love making videos, so I'm probably going to continue to make videos, but it's not a fun time to be out there talking to people. Because if one crazy person disagrees with one thing you say, they can spend a whole lot of time, since they don't have a lot of hobbies, trying to make your life unhappy. So, it's just, I don't know, so, we'll figure that out. I'm just saying, I don't know. All right, peace out. God bless everyone.